please rise for the national anthem? Gentlemen, please take your caps off. Good evening, Pascack Hills. Oh, wait, happy graduation day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Rachel Kim, and I'm one of the first voices Pascack Hills has the pleasure to hear over the loudspeakers every single day. Class, I have the honor to stand before you today and deliver this speech during a milestone moment we call high school graduation. So consider this my last announcement to you all. Amidst the anxious excitement, happy tears, and future nostalgia, it is inevitable for at least one relative to pop the anxiety-ridden question. So, what do you want to do when you grow up? Now, there are two types of people in this world: the one who has their whole life planned out in 10 steps, and the one who has not a clue in the world what they want for dinner. But rather than asking the question of what, I challenge you with this. Who do you want to be when you grow up? This road for self-discovery is not meant to be conquered in one day, and it surely isn't expected of you to be figuring it out today. In fact, we are constantly bombarded with core TikToks, motivational quotes, and do's and don'ts by a millionaire content, which preaches oversaturated concepts that self-discovery is found when you chase after becoming the best version of yourself. Although this has a partial truth behind it, I can't help but emphasize the weight of our boredom as a function of this identification process. In an age where technology is at the tip of our fingertips, we're overstimulated with too much information, despite society's initial intention to educate humans with the utmost convenience. But now, where does our time go? Where is our freedom? Where is our boredom? While it is incredibly easy to get sucked into what distracts us from the hard truth, the reality of the unknown, I encourage you to dive into uncomfortable situations and allow yourself to grow in every unexercised muscle that you can identify. Whether it be learning how to play guitar, training for a marathon, or enrolling yourself into therapy, let yourself free. For once in your life, listen to your parents and put your phone down, even if it's just for one day, and lock it in a safe and sit in the silence. the stillness. Let your boredom stimulate the dormant side of your inner childhood and allow yourself to witness the blooming extent of your creativity. From the moment we could process the concept of time, we used to count the number of hours with our fingers to calculate how much more time has passed until the end of the day. Although a kindergartner and a senior in high school may both answer yes to school is boring, I believe that boredom is the best gift of all. To be in an environment with other students and see what we do with our time, our stillness. Productivity or procrastination, sports or clubs, DECA or Dr. E. We'd say, surely we'll know what we want by graduation. You have so much time, adults would agree. So where'd all the time go? Do we know what we want right now? Since when did we do all this growing up? Are we satisfied with who we identify as today? Would our younger self be proud of who we are now? These questions must be racing your mind because they definitely are filling up mine, but I urge you to take a deep breath and soak this moment in. Despite the short time we've experienced life, we had the fateful opportunity to navigate our boredom alongside one another. I guarantee you, our boys basketball team didn't win state championships on a whim, but they started young by picking up a mitt because they were bored. Or most talented artists probably started off with doodles on their math test, a testament to the motivating boredom at hand. And our smartest and brightest were most definitely feeling unenthralled by the classes in middle school to willingly sign up for a bunch of APs and excel. Yes, we split into Montvale and Woodcliff Lake, but Hills became a place where nobody can tell us apart based on property lines, only how our boredom affects us and our distinct ambitions. No matter how hard someone tries, nothing can rob us of the bond we make, whether it be accidentally calling our teacher's mom or tripping on the way upstairs to avoid Mr. Pacini's late pass. We've all been there, and we've all done that. I can't help but wonder, did we influence one another into the molds that categorize us into titles like class clown, triathlete, or valedictorian? Or is our reputation a result of the endless passions, goal setting, or manifestation that we've planted within us from the very beginning? Regardless of there being a definitive answer, I hope that you are satisfied with where you've landed, how far you've come, and how far you will go. From this moment on, I dare you to self-analyze your character. When you think about morality, judgment stems from questioning one's actions and reactions. But what do you define as a good person? Who decides the designation of villain and hero? Who are you in your own story? Mrs. Mahaffey's psychology class has taught me, and many of you, that backstory completely reframes the persona of whoever is under review. Oftentimes, the girl with pink hair is not trying to be bold with her new look, but rather hoping to feel less invisible. Oftentimes, the athlete showing up day in and day out is not just well-disciplined, but only knows a family through their teammates. Oftentimes, the teacher who cracks jokes every day is only trying to make everyone else smile because they struggle to themselves. Whatever your backstory may be, I pray that each one of us leaves Pascack Hills with the intention to be kinder people, forgiving friends, and limitless dreamers. Therefore, forget the cliches that define what you used to be like in high school, as I remind you that today marks a new page, a clean slate, an opportunity for you to write your own narrative. So don't be afraid to reinvent yourself, or simply shed the layers that diminish your true self and rediscover the inner child waiting to be set free. Whatever it is that you wish to do, whoever it is that you wish to be unapologetically yourself and take life as it comes your way. And if you ever feel lost while navigating the many exciting chapters that await you, at least remember this. Hug your parents. It's their first time doing this life thing without any plans. Forgive your haters because they're usually your number one fans. Check up on your friends, even if they seem like they're doing fine. Protect your peace, or else people will get too comfortable destroying what's yours, not mine. Hold on to your beliefs. It will be most familiar to you when in an unfamiliar place. Hang out with your siblings. It's only a matter of time before you stop living in the same space. Laugh loudly, cry wholly, feel fully, stand proudly, It is in the movement of life that you truly live without haste. To the teachers, faculty, friends, and dear family who have watched us fall and helped us get back up again, thank you for your endless love and support. And to the class of 2023, congratulations, we made it. I hope to see you at the next Hills reunion, which I would like to clarify, I am not in charge of planning, all you, Gunner for all. And for the very last time on the Hills loudspeakers, have a great life, Pascack Hills. The future awaits us. Thank you. honored to introduce our Salutatorian, Dylan Cochin. Good evening, parents, staff, friends, families, and graduates. My name is Dylan Cochin, and I'm honored to be standing here today as Salutatorian of the class of 2023. A few months ago, I was in chemistry, where my partner and I had just realized that we started the lab with the wrong chemical. So, when I was told to go to the office moments later, I was a little flustered, with goggle marks around my eyes and one overriding thought. What did I do wrong now? Was it my attendance? I'm sure many of you have had the same questions. But when I arrived at the office, I was greeted with smiles and was told the news that I was this year's Salutatorian. I spoke with Mr. Wieland, Miss Petzold, and even my mom for a while, and then I finally came to the realization that I would have to write a speech. If any of you know me, you know that public speaking isn't necessarily my favorite thing to do. At this moment, however, I can confidently say something that may be quite shocking to a few of you, and maybe even a bit offensive, but here it is. Thank you, Senora, for assigning expertos. For those of you who know, these 2-minute presentations entirely in Spanish can be very scary. Jokes aside, I quickly gained an appreciation for the opportunity to write about a group of unique and accomplished individuals. The class of 2023 is scholarly. Scientists have conducted in-depth research, students in business have worked effortlessly to advance in competition, and debaters have successfully shown their confidence in pressure-induced situations, just to name a few examples. Our class is also talented, with actors and actresses starring in extraordinary school plays, and athletes winning league championships. And of course, the seniors exhibit an abundance of character, which is most obviously observed through the Bronco breakdown. Still, although our class is clearly impressive and knowledgeable, I was having trouble writing this speech. For me, it was like the feeling of staring at a nearly impossible math problem for hours or looking at a blank essay draft the night before it's due. And I'm sure these are experiences many of you have also faced. But ironically, my breakthrough for this speech actually came while I was sitting in bed. Previously, I had spent so much time thinking about how to describe such a diverse class that I didn't even know where to begin. When I asked myself, however, what I would want to hear on my last day at Pascack Hills, it made this process easier. Specifically, when I look back on the last 4 years, what stands out to me the most is the people. High school is all about the high fives from your classmates before one of Mr. Killian's tests, the excitement of finding your friends in the hallway during school, or the sudden nonstop laughter during class. Admittedly, my best friend and I were even called Giggles number 1 and Giggles number 2 in financial literacy. So, as we move on to the next chapter of our lives, I encourage you all to take advantage of these small but meaningful moments. If I learned anything from my high school experience, it's that the established friendships and memories will be what you remember, so don't fixate too much on one bad grade or even one bad day. And before I say my final goodbyes, I'd like to thank the administration, and specifically Ms. Petzold, my guidance counselor, who has given me support throughout my entire high school journey. I'd also like to give a huge shout out to my amazing teachers, who have gone above and beyond to help me understand the class content with full clarity and always encouraged my academic endeavors. And of course, the greatest thank you goes to my family, specifically my parents, who are the most caring people and my biggest role models. My dad, in particular, always said to me that as long as you try your best, you can't look back with regrets. I think these words are the reason that I'm standing here speaking to you all today. Finally, I'd like to end this speech with the wise words of Rory Gilmore, a fictional character from Gilmore Girls, who says in her graduation speech, "We never thought this day would come, and now that it's here, I'm sorry it is, because it means leaving friends who inspire me, and teachers who have been my mentors, so many people who have shaped my life and my fellow students' lives impermeably and forever." I couldn't have said it better.
Congratulations to the class of 2023 for completing high school with such success, and I wish you all the best in the years to come.
And without further ado, Justin Glazer, our valedictorian.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Pascack Hills class of 2023. I want to begin by thanking everyone who helped make this moment possible. Thank you to Mr. Whelan, Mr. Piccini, Mrs. Pollinger, Mr. Casamento, and the rest of the guidance department, as well as all the teachers and faculty members for the support they provided over the past 4 years. I also want to thank my parents and sister for their consistent guidance and for ensuring I complete this speech on time. It came down to the wire, but their pleas eventually paid off. With that being said, I figured it's about time I introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Justin, and for those of you who do, I'm sure you know me by some other nickname, but that's besides the point. Tonight, we are here to celebrate the graduating class of 2023 and all our accomplishments and accolades. When I was first tasked with writing this speech, I was unsure what topic it should focus on. What message could I deliver? What profound thought can I impart on my peers and guests in attendance? What theme could capture our 4 years here? This was made even more difficult when faced with mounting requests from many of my friends for personalized shoutouts, most of which I knew I would be unable to answer. So I apologize in advance to Ale, Rafi, and everyone else, but there simply isn't enough time. However, upon reflecting on our collective high school experience, it is easy to see that there has been one common trend throughout our 4 years at Pascack Hills: change. Change is an integral part of life that everyone experiences in some form at one point or another. It can be both positive or negative, minuscule or immense, soul-lifting or spirit-crushing. Change can happen both willingly and involuntarily. Looking back on the past 4 years, life was constantly changing. Our freshman year started as expected, spending lunch periods eating on the gym bleachers, becoming friends with the many unknown peers in our midst, and watching Friday night football games under the lights. We learned to adapt to our surroundings and our position as the small fish in a much larger pond than we had previously known. However, everything changed when the world was plunged into the COVID-19 pandemic. Classrooms became bedrooms, desks became mattresses, teachers became squares on a computer screen. But we adjusted and pushed through these hardships and changes. Our next 2 years presented us with more changes and difficulties. School transitioned into a hybrid format, with us only being able to attend in person half the time, or for some of us, not at all. We were split from our peers, our faces covered, our desks separated into impenetrable islands. Even after we were able to return to school full-time, masks were still mandatory for many months. Outside of school, we faced new responsibilities as we began to find jobs and take our driver's tests, some of us more than once. You know who you are. However, we acclimated to these new versions of life and endured these changes. Even this year, as the effects of the pandemic slipped into the past, we still faced additional challenges and changes. We needed to learn how to be the leaders of the school and serve as role models for underclassmen. We needed to juggle our new privileges with our immense academic workloads, and for many of us, college applications. We needed to somehow navigate the parking lot without crashing into one another. Most of the time we did this with success. Yet we adapted to all these changes and grew through them to arrive at today. Throughout our 4 years, we have dealt with a global pandemic, administration changes, mascot swaps, new schedules, and countless other events and issues. Yet, through all of them, we have not only survived, but thrived. We have vastly increased our knowledge, leading to numerous academic awards and events from science fairs to DECA competitions. We have improved our athletic capabilities, leading to new individual and team records, as well as multiple league and state championships. We have discovered our talents and interests, leading to stellar artistic, cinematic, and musical performances. We've even pioneered an entire culture via the Curriculum Crew. All these experiences and many more demonstrate the class of 2023's remarkable ability to accept changes and grow through them. So, what does all this mean? As we move on to the next chapter of our lives, whether that be college, trade school, or whatever else lies ahead. There are many unknowns. People we have never met, problems we have never encountered, experiences we have never lived. However, although the future may seem scary and stressful and strange, it's important to remember that changes will come, whether we are prepared for them or not. When facing an unfamiliar circumstance, I implore you to not back away from it, but instead to push through it and use it as an opportunity for growth. Don't let hardships keep you from living your life to the fullest. While deciding how to end my speech, I found a quote from a fellow New Jersey resident, Corrado Jr. Soprano. When giving leadership advice to his nephew Tony, Jr. says, "You steer the ship the best way you know. Sometimes it's smooth. Sometimes you hit the rocks. In the meantime, you find your pleasures where you can." Despite his questionable status as a role model, Jr.'s words of wisdom carry a lot of relevance in our lives. There will be times where we face a spontaneous wave that changes our course and may cause us to hit the rocks. But through it all, we will be able to continue sailing. Life is a journey, and we are just riding the waves, waiting to see where it will take us. So embrace everything that comes to you and enjoy the adventures and changes life brings. Thank you, and congratulations to the Pascack Hills class of 2023.
And for our senior class Teacher of Excellence, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Haveron.
Yep. There's no way I'm behind a podium if you know me. So. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. The honor of speaking tonight. I think it's payback a little bit too for all those times I made you guys present for the class. So, thank you. Hopefully I won't embarrass myself too badly. You know, I was trying to think, I was asked a couple weeks ago, what am I going to say? And anybody who's ever had me in class knows I'm not behind the podium kind of guy. So I was trying to figure out what to do, and I figured I want to talk to you like I would my class. There's a lot of more people, so there's a lot less probably words that I say in class in front of all the parents. So, but I'm nervous, and so I try to get some ideas. Am I too far away? I'm gonna hug you. I was trying to come up with ideas of what to say, because you don't want to hear these, from me at least, some kind of political speech. I guess this is the line I gotta stop. Some kind of speech. So I figured I gotta stay like right here, I guess. So my whole shtick's done. So nervous. I am. But so I figured I'd do what makes me most comfortable. Right? I'm gonna talk about the two things I love to talk about in class: politics and religion. Superintendent's getting a little bit nervous. Yeah, why not? I know the superintendent's getting nervous right now. Yeah, your mic doesn't work. Well, it happens.
Tonight? There it is. Don't you think you should have consulted the public speaking teacher?
No. Why would I do that? We're like an old married couple at this point. We teach so long together. Nice shoes, by the way.
What's the matter with my shoes?
I don't know. Jesus sandals and graduation? Like, really?
These lights are they're a lot brighter than I thought they'd be. You want me to get your hat? Because it's kind of like a glare coming off of that head right now.
Yeah, but there's very few that can pull off this look. You know that. And I'm one of them.
Well, let me give you some advice. All right? Give you some advice, I think, for this speech. You just have to be yourself. There's no reason to be nervous.
You really want me to be myself?
I want you to be yourself just like you are in the classroom. Don't you guys want him to be himself? Rachel talked about that a little bit in her speech. Right? She talked about being yourself.
Like the Nutley Owen, or which one?
Yeah, I like Nutley Owen.
All right. What are you laughing at, Banana? The best thing this afternoon, leaving, Chris is like, "Oh, you won't make fun of me." You won't. Literally, was the first thing I put down to make fun of was Chris Banana. Like seriously. And the question he left me with today, and I was going to make fun of it anyway. It's like, where should I go to lunch? I'm surprised you're still sitting here tonight. In between, we figured to go out and grab dinner already. So,
this is good. I like this actually. This
makes me more relaxed. Making fun of Chris.
Right.
I feel like I'm back in class.
It's pretty good so far. Yeah.
He's next to Bomb also. Are you doing math homework over there?
I can get into this. Making fun of kids is something we do in the classroom. How about like Sean Dalal over here? Sean, Shan, I never know what to call him. Shan seems most appropriate to me because of the sham that his production in my AP class was this year.
Whoa! And I always thought it was Sean. What is it? It's Sean. It's Sean. Yeah. Speaking of names, Claudia, Leo, where are you guys at? Seriously, what's up with the last name? Right? It took me like 6 months to realize that they were brother and sisters. I had no idea. I was like, oh man. And then I found out they were twins.
And speaking of names, I mean, you mentioned a name the other day, a student that apparently we both had. I don't remember. Elliot Kim?
Yeah.
I had Elliot Kim?
You did? Yes, yeah, in your AP class. I sat right next to him as the king of crossword puzzles, And what was so impressive, he was doing it and still paying attention when you were like talking about your favorite subject.
Semicolons?
Semicolons. Have you ever seen a guy get more passionate about semicolons than Ed Sam? Like seriously, it was unbelievable. So where do you want to go with this?
Well, this is pretty good. Okay, so you're being yourself, you're being how you are in the classroom, and I think we can all appreciate that. But I think maybe we want a little more sincerity. Maybe a little bit of mushy, Owen.
Mushy Owen? I don't know about that. I do have one question I want to ask. Can I ask one question? I know all of my colleagues will hear this. I know that many of you guys. Kyler, where you at, buddy? Where you at? Big question here, buddy. Gotta be honest. Mom or dad? Who do you like better?
No. You cannot ask that question. You can't ask that question. No, we want a sincere message from the real Owen Havron. Something about being yourself. I mean, we want you to be yourself. It's good public speaking advice to always be yourself when you're speaking in front of a crowd. And many seniors might remember in Hamlet, Polonius' great advice to his son.
They don't want to
He
hear
said
about
so.
Hamlet, really. Seriously?
To thine own self be true.
You could have just said that and not brought in Hamlet.
I had to mention Hamlet.
Of course, English teachers always got to bring up Hamlet, right? Shakespeare.
We could just make fun of kids. We could, right? Sure, we could talk about Savio.
Where is Savio? Savio, you're wearing short shorts. You got to be wearing short shorts. Come on.
We could remember like great times like when Ken, Hashem, and Issa took a little trip to Wegmans maybe during class.
That's right, the Wegman boys.
Or Logan Spidell.
Where are you, rubber band man? In the rubber band wars of 2022 in our class.
But we can also say nice things. Because
That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
I know that deep down there's a softie inside there. And I think some of you guys know that inside Mr. Havron there's a softie as well. We can talk about like the last of the Goodens, Izzy Gooden, who I'm going to remember seeing in the hallway, reading her books, always saying hi and smiling to me. She's always herself.
So, I gotta think of someone on the fly. All right, so I like coming up here and walking a track during the day. It just gets me out of the building. And it was probably about a month ago. I was walking a track, and I walked by a group of seniors, mostly seniors, and they were talking about Joe's world. Joe asked them, "Where you at, buddy?" "Where are you, Joe?" "There you are." So they're all talking about living in Joe's world. And I'm watching this play out, and I'm like, I want to live in Joe's world. Here's a guy who's totally comfortable in who he is, man. It's like just living in Joe's world. It's a little scary at times, but nonetheless, it's Joe's world.
I like
to
that.
me, that's someone I would definitely say.
I like
Himself.
that. I like that, yeah. And speaking of living in their own worlds,
Is that Joe's parents?
how about Jude Piantino and Dan Goldman? Those guys can live in their own little world sometimes.
Oh, by
huh?
the way, are we having a rematch tonight? WW2, Jude versus Dan Goldman? All right. Jude, where are you at, buddy? Is Jude here? Do you know Jude does an incredible Havron impersonation? You want to do it? No profanity. At least. Yep. Really? He had a great one last year. That one didn't go over.
I can think of,
Goldman's another one, right? Every day coming to your class. By the way, you know he's late every morning. right? And you would come in and talk, God, waiting for Eddie Rulebook to show up, right? And you knew he was going to be in like 2 of 8, right?
The superintendent's here. Do you have to talk about me being late?
You got 10, don't worry. But here's another guy who wants to be a golfer, right? Gets so into what he's doing. So that's my another.
All right, speaking of golf, how about a nice shout out to the other senior golfers this year? We got Murph, Donnie, Danny. Congratulations, boys.
How about you? What comes into your mind of kids who are totally authentic and unique? And guys, we can go all over the place. I mean, I look at every one of you guys that I've taught in class, and there's so many of you who are just so authentic. They're so real. You. We'd be here till 10 o'clock going through each and every one of you, but you know.
I have a great memory of the group of freshmen who came to meet me for lunch at Wooddale Park in June of 2020 when we didn't see each other for a few months. Come on, stand up and raise your hand if you were there at that lunch, Wooddale Park, riding bikes, right? Came to have lunch with me. They're authentic. They were themselves. I'm proud of them.
How about our 2 female students in our male-dominated American Studies class? You want to, right? Go ahead.
Another great example. Yeah. Last year's class, a great class. 25 students, 23 boys, and Alessia Torelli, Jamie Finizzi, hanging tough in that class, being themselves the whole way. Where are you girls?
Especially during again, keep bringing it up, the rubber band wars. You know, talk about the pandemic and some issues. We still had middle school boys last year in American Studies. We have the rubber bands to prove it. But it was a good time. Who else? I got one. I mean, definitely.
Maybe one more?
Yeah. I remember when he came into our school freshman year. All right. Didn't know anyone other than his cousin. World history class, which that's an experience having Havron in world history class. By the way, I apologize to everyone who had me freshman year in world history when I told you I hate freshmen. Right? I take that back now, maybe. But Ethan, you know, you guys all know him for the Bronco breakdown, but I watched him grow from coming into this place as a freshman, not knowing anyone, and getting into that comfort zone, getting into that spot that, you know, you see 4 years later is pretty cool to watch, you know.
You're talking about Ethan Kaufman.
I am.
What's up,
The
Ethan?
guy who took like 10 hours of my life this spring in video production, in every video.
So this is more like it, right? A good speech is sincere. The speaker has to be him or herself. And you have to be real for the people in front of you. This is much better. We're starting to see the real, soft, sincere, authentic Owen Havron.
So you won't be a little mush. Yeah, I'll be a little mush. I mean this in all sincerity. 4 years ago, when you walked into my freshman class, I don't like freshmen. You're immature. Right? You don't get it. You know, you're difficult to deal with. You still think it's 8th grade. But over the last 4 years, I've had the opportunity to watch you guys grow as a group. I got to know you really, really well, even during the pandemic, right? You know, when you're older, like maybe me, you know, gray beard and no hair, all right? And you start talking to your kids, and they start complaining about how tough their lives are, you really can say, guys, really? I went to high school during a pandemic. And the fact that you not only got through it, you thrived, and you grew as a class. You came together. You did the things that, like, you want to do in high school. I mean, so impressive. It really, really is. More so than many other graduating classes, because they didn't have to go through a pandemic. I didn't have to go through a pandemic. I just had to go through high school. So it's been really special watching. I mean that with all sincerity. Is that what you're talking about?
That's pretty good.
That's
pretty
not
good.
By the way, I'm not doing that ever again. Just not my style. But I mean it with all sincerity. It's been an absolute pleasure watching you grow and everything else. And I hope you're trying to see what the message is. You know, we called out people for their, you know, being authentic and being real. All right? And that's why I want to come out in front of this class. If I got behind that podium, that's not me. It's not who I am. I'm a high school history teacher who loves to joke around with the students, a little bit sarcastic. a little bit of an edge. Right? Sometimes I probably say things I shouldn't say. Right? But I have fun doing it. And if you can get there in life, I'm telling you, you're going to have a good life. It may not be great, it may not be perfect, but it'll be fun. And I'm not telling you not to go out and make millions of dollars. Whatever you do, be authentic. Be real. You heard it said earlier, right? It's about being you. And if you do that, I'm telling you, you're going to have a great life.
Is there one more graduating senior maybe who represents everything you're talking about today? Is there one more out there you can mention?
I'm going to mention you, Adi. Absolutely going to mention my boy, Adi. Right? I mean, are you going to dance for us, Adi? Come on. Nah? All right. Well, you already got the chant, Adi. I mean, here's a kid again, started, very shy and quiet, and came through and did a great job of growing. And it's been fun watching. You got some. You're welcome.
How about a celebrity? So how about, to close it up and wrap it up, is there maybe like a famous celebrity who is himself or is herself that you admire?
Well, I'm a big Queen fan.
Yeah, we know.
Love Freddie Mercury. Growing up in his 70s and 80s, I love listening to Queen. So that would be my guy. If you're a celebrity, you really want to do this? Think it's worth a shot?
I think it's worth a shot.
All right. This is either going to be awesome or it's going to not be awesome.
It was his idea, so.
It is my idea. So I'm telling you, be authentic and be real and be this and that. Don't you ever fantasize about being someone else every once in a while? I got a mic in my hand. This is such a power trip for me, right? And I'm like, wouldn't it be cool to be Freddie Mercury and do the scene from Bohemian Rhapsody? You think? I don't know.
To close out this great class.
You guys know what I'm talking
Struggled
about?
these 4 years. I think they know what scene we're talking about. Let's do it. I think they're going to come through for us.
How do we do it again?
But you shouldn't have the microphone quite so close to your mouth when we do it.
I'm Phil Pascack.
Little public speaking advice.
All right, you good? All right, you guys got to give it. If you don't, it's going to off. Ready? You guys all know the scene from Bohemian Rhapsody. Queen. Dale! 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 Congratulations, 2023.
Rock on, guys. Rock on.
Are you gonna go on to the board?
And without further ado, Mr. Wheeland.
New rule for public speaking, don't follow Sam and have run. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everyone attending tonight to Pascack Hills High School, affectionately known to all of us simply as Hills. This night is always filled with a lot of emotions for me. I'm going to be honest, right now, the one emotion I'm feeling, though, is relief. About a week ago, one of your parents saw me, somewhat jokingly said, "Did you write your graduation speech?" I answered honestly, no. But I had the theme. The theme's been running in my head all year long, and I said to her, what would make my speech perfect is if it rained on graduation night. I meant it as a joke. The look of anguish on this mom's face, clearly my joke did not land. It was misplaced, but here's why I said it. If we had rain tonight and we were all packed in the gym, hot, humid, I have no doubt in my mind the class of 2023 would make the best of it. I know that because I know that your freshman year, that building was locked and Mr. Demeray and I were the only ones in it for 3 months, and you figured it out and made the best of it. I know that because your sophomore year, there were 2 or 3 times when you pulled in the parking lot and this smiling face was not smiling, and I was like, just keep going, go home and log on because we're shutting down for the day. You got through all of that, and then senior year arrived. And what a senior year it's been for all of you. I just went off script and lost my place. As this year arrived, all of you figured out how to make the best of it. Whether it was in the classroom with your teachers, on our stage, on our athletic fields and courts, in different field trips. I'm told by some of our teachers maybe too many field trips. That's okay. You made the best of it. And the one theme that kept playing along in my head was not only you making the best of it, but you making the best of it with each other. One of you said to me this morning, Mr. Whelan, are you going to play Wagon Wheel one more time? We don't have to play Wagon Wheel one more time. When I arrived at Hills 11 years ago, the people seated off to your left made this my family. And when Mr. Demeray was here, he would talk about time and place songs. Songs that when you heard them, you were instantaneously brought back to a time and place. And slowly, Wagon Wheel more and more got on the playlist in the mornings. And on Friday it became, that's what we're going to play in the hallways on Friday when everyone's leaving. In the hopes that when you move on from Pascack Hills and hear Wagon Wheel, you're immediately brought back to this time and place and to the people sitting around you and to the memories that you've made. I know it's that way for the adults. I know it's that way for all of us. As we're a little bittersweet tonight seeing all of you leave Pascack Hills, it's also a little bittersweet as we said goodbye to Mrs. Alt and to Senor Garcia and to Mr. Euphemia and to Mr. Dinky. We wish them the best as they retire. We want the best for them, but we know we're going to miss seeing them here just as we're going to miss seeing all of you. When you hear Wagon Wheel, my hope, Mr. Demeray's hope, is that you remember your teammates, your classmates, your teachers, your counselors. You remember that special custodian that every day would greet you with a smile as you walked across and a little fist bump. You remember that security officer who may very well be the easiest person in the world to talk to. You all graduate Hills tonight with knowledge and skills to meet the challenges of the 21st century. But more importantly, most importantly, I hope you graduate Hills with a sense of community and caring that's founded in our shared experiences. You're ready for the next chapter, whether it's college, the workforce, a gap year, or putting on the uniform and serving your country. You've made Hills your home for the past 4 years, and as you leave tonight, we all hope you know that you're leaving with the love and support of your family here. We are proud of each one of you, and we can't wait to hear where life takes you. Now comes my favorite part. Ms. Bellotti, members of the Board of Education, parents, faculty, family, and friends, it is my distinct honor and privilege to certify that the students seated before you this evening have met all the requirements for graduation set forth by the Pascack Valley Regional Board of Education and by the New Jersey State Department of Education. I proudly present the great Pascack Hills class of 2023. For those that don't know, Ms. Bellotti starts her day at Pascack Valley for her graduation, says a quick speech, and then we get her up here to greet all of you. I told her, there's not a rivalry, but we're just better. So please help me welcome Ms. Bellotti to the mic.
mentioned that he loves being able to certify the class, and I have to say I love being able to attend graduations. It's my favorite part of being an educator. I'm so excited to be here before all of you tonight, and I did get to do it twice, which is so cool, that I get to see Val graduate, I get to see all of you graduate. It's just the coolest thing. I want to mention to you that, you know, obviously this year I was a new superintendent, and being the new superintendent was kind of like being the new kid in the class. I know that people were asking, you know, who is she? Where'd she come from? What does she like? Is she nice? Do we like her? And like the new kid in the class, I had the exciting challenge of getting to know all of you, students, staff, parents. Who are they? What do they value? What's important to them? Are they nice? Do I like them? And I do like all of you seniors. Class of 2023, I want to thank you. It's been so much fun to get to know you. You made me feel welcome, and you made me feel like my encouragement of you, my role and our board's role in helping you accomplish your goals and your educational vision, I feel like it mattered. Thank you for your warmth and for your kindness. Parents, thank you for welcoming me and entrusting me with your children's education. Class of 2023, I loved the message of being authentic to yourself, and I loved the message of thinking about who had an impact on you. I want you to think for a second of one person who during your years here at Hills saw you, heard you, made you recognize your value, brought the best out of you, made you feel seen, maybe opened your eyes to a new idea, someone who changed something for you or impacted you. See that person in your mind and think about how they did that. Was it giving you time? Was it their smarts? Was it their empathy, their skill? I challenge you before the next chapter in your lives to tell that person what they meant to you and why. Tell them how you've grown as a person because of them, and tell them what exciting things you're going to be doing and what exciting things you will do in your next chapter. And also, more importantly, remember that person's example as you begin what's next for you, because you can be that person for someone else. Mr. Whelan mentioned you have the skills it takes to be successful. You're going to find that success in life doesn't just happen, and you're going to build your success with how you treat people each day, how you make someone else feel, how you make them feel seen, feel heard, and I want that for you. I want you to be the person other people think about when asked, who made an impact in your life? Thank you for welcoming me. Thank you for allowing me to be here. And I am so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Trey Jaw. Jinsa Rachel Kim. Justin Glazer. Dylan Cochin. Alana Kimball.
Gunnar Farrell. Caitlin Solzer. Brianna Keenan. Bridget Fulham. Daniel Donaldson. Gia Medea. Scott Cycle. Shan Dalal. Tala Atkinson. Howie Hertzberg. Aditya Pokala. Ariel Sharon. Declan Cleary. Dylan Derice. Sarah Hiller. Jacob Levin. Grant Lenarnik. Aiden Goldstein. Madeline Liebman. Zachary Legosin. Ethan Ferrer. Jimmy Medina. Max Dryerman. Joshua Gura. Stephen Way. Benjamin Hoffman. Derek Cabrera. Alexander Bagden. Aditya Beckham. Ethan Kaufman. Daniel Goldman. Riley Hayworth. Hannah Baskin. Christine Audia. Kyler Alexander. Charles H. Hutchinson. Stephanie Yee. Johnson. Amy Sheehan. Grace Zach. Sabrina Mo. Sophia Kalustian. Preet Patel.
Yeah, Preet! I love you, Preet.
Katie August. Lara Smith. Stephanie Vivar. Gladys Balbuena Velasquez. Brislin Morales. Gabriela Navarro. William Roche.
Oh, yeah, Will. Yeah, Will. He's the one that's
Hunter Morton.
Dude, I could see him be like...
Angelica Fiscella. Kate Zidor. Nicole Ensman. Dominic Musco. Sean Donahue. Sean Murphy. Daniel Savio. Matthew Daniels. Scarlett Prisha. John Hallenbeck. Sean Buchanan. Mark Espinoza. Justin Onikian. Ryan Grossman. Jacob Shishua. Sam Cooper. Zachary Friend. Jacob Horowitz. Alexander Banting. Ryan Hoffman. Benjamin Klein. Liam Irizarry. John Michael Stewart. Jaden Slivka. Christian Funk. Rafi Rashduni. Jake Agronovich. Jonathan Matthew. Kayvon Musigi. Aaron D'Alessandro. Jamie Finizzi. Nina Doyle. Kristen Lipinski. Kelly Ann Bequikia. Ariana Ali. Ava Kelly. Jillian Barkis. Isabel Benedict. Isabella Pogrebinski. Melissa Brodsky. Cameron Schmidt. David Leipsner. Andrew Bartoli.
Yeah, boy! I love you, Bart! Love you, Bart!
William Ashenbrandt. Christopher Bonanno. Joshua Baum. Jack Terenzi. Leo Keen Carson. Charles Saljanin. Elliot Kim. Caitlin Lafferty. Emily Saylor. Jordana Brief. Hannah Nadell. Madison Sachs. Reese Benesato. Ariana Malcolm. Angelina Goldsmith. Madison Duck. Saya Ross. Rebecca Lovett. Avery Marquise. Mia Piantino. Cara Di Matteo. Catherine Goodwin. Lily Rosendahl. Julia Noyes. Nicole Gollum. Elizabeth Epstein. Ava K. Graziano. Amanda Revisiday. Alexa Revisited. Amari Wade.
I love you, Amari! I love you, Amari!
Max Unger.
I love Max Unger.
Chris Angel Alvarez. Alex Jung.
What up,
Alejandro Camarena. Spencer Kasoy. Marco Navarro. Jack Prevalon.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, Lawrence.
Isabella Gooden. Kylie Babb.
Yeah, you too. Maybe I should go for that.
Julia Constantino.
Yeah! I love Julia. I love Julia. Julia's my best friend. Julia's my best friend.
Guadalupe Tapia. Alessia Torelli. Karen Sullivan. Nicholas Lula. Dylan Kedem. Brenna Dolan. Karya Akar. Sara Balani. Ava DeFazio. Kira Ferentino. Juliana Davino. Karen Krikorian. Gabriella Kroll. Christopher Swan. Marcos Ocelot. Joseph Asta. Jude Piantino. Juliana Balboni. Lydia Edelshane. Sophie Edelshane. Alice Gradsky. Madeline Bell. Amy Kimmel. Alana Menard. Lara Youssef. Asta Shukla. Layla Dewan. Hashem Salem. Isha Sheikh. Alex Monastersky. Charlize Rodriguez. Stamis. Sophia Pateris. Sawyer Mercier. Giovanni Gonzalez. Austin Sibley. Jahansib Malik. Tyler Sanders. Jacob Eichner. Kenneth McDonald. Igor Melnick. Josie Vanori. Daniel Sadrula. Logan Spidell. Andrew Shim. Billy Connell. Mark Rivera. Ryan Sosnowski. Gianna Marin Joshua. Bradley Zisfain. Darcy Kavanaugh. Michael Machini. Dasha Danocha. Nevaeh Joseph. mother. Casey McKay. Eva Lanius. Virginia Radcliffe. V. Southpaw Radcliffe.
Alright folks, and last but definitely not least, our senior class president, Gunnar Farrell.
It is with immense gratitude that I am able to stand before all of you, successful young men and women today, along with the wonderful families and friends that have come out to support you on your special day. It was roughly a year ago that the class of 2023 voted me as senior class president, and upon election, I immediately began to think of what I would want to say. To each and every one of you, as I stand before you tonight, it's near impossible to articulate the words to describe how grateful I truly am for this opportunity to be your final goodbye to high school here at Pascack Hills. I feel that each and every one of us has earned the right to feel invincible on a night like tonight. We've all worked incredibly hard to get where we stand today and where we plan to take ourselves in the coming months. Whether you're going off to college or planning on a different path, we should all feel equally as accomplished and united on days such as this. I look upon all of you thankful for having spent the last 4 years within these walls together and for achieving what may just be our greatest accomplishment of our lives to date. We as a class have endured through unparalleled conflict, and yet we've continued to persevere as a family. I don't want to talk too much about the COVID-19 pandemic because I, for one, am sick and tired of talking about COVID. And I'm sure a lot of you are as well. Together we've achieved greatness in incredibly challenging times. We each battled through the most confusing of circumstances during the most impressionable years of our lives. And yet we all sit here today better because of that shared struggle. Although it all may feel minute on a day like today, understand that in times of challenge, each of you was able to overcome and challenge yourselves and remain unbothered and unwilling to let the world distract you from your own journey and your own path. Determined perseverance is a trait each and every one of us must take head on through the challenges that the future holds. So be grateful for how hard you fought to sit here as accomplished individuals with boundless potential for success. As we prepare to leave this school, and for many of us, Woodcliff Lake, Montvale, or New Jersey as a whole, we can look to the future consumed with both hope and optimism. In our 4 years together at Hills, and even our childhood elementary and middle schools, we've been blessed with the opportunity to set ourselves up for futures of success that we are extremely privileged to have. There are not many places in this entire world that provide such a strong academic support system and aid as we've been able to receive from kindergarten to here in our final days of high school. And for that, we must all hold incredible gratitude to both our families and our educators, the teachers, the guidance office, specifically you, Mr. Casamento, I love you, Mr. Whelan and the other vice principals, and all of the staff that have been nothing but supportive and at our dispense for these last 4 years, aiding us throughout our academic lives day in and day out. I applaud each of you for your love of influencing and inspiring the youth to achieve greatness and great things in this world in the future. And I believe that this school has allowed me to build a foundation for an incredible future. And I can't thank the staff at this school enough for all that you've done for each of us. We are forever in your debt. I can remember it as if it were yesterday. Both of my aunts telling me how fast it would all go by, and how in a blink of an eye I'd be in high school, and one day college. I'm sure loads of you guys heard the same things constantly growing up when you were little. I'd always laughed at the idea of it all flying by. Just in a blink of an eye, one day I'd be up here talking to all of you as I am now. But each year, as I grew closer and closer to entering high school, I started to truly sense that feeling, how fast it had all been moving. Before I knew it, I was folding out my outfit for the first day of freshman year. We all were. I wonder if all of you felt the same way. That one day you just opened your eyes and you were all students here at Hills. It was those first couple weeks in Hills that I'd begun developing new friendships and interacting with new faces. Yet another valuable skill that we've developed and must hold with us as we take the next step into adulthood. Next year, you'll have friends you didn't even know existed these last 17 to 18 years. You'll be adopting a completely new way of life. And that is beyond exciting, because these new experiences and the relationships that we are going to build are going to explore what we are as people and make us who we are. These relationships, these experiences, these are what drive us to wake up each morning and to continue to move forward, regardless of our struggles and the pain we face. You know, as I progressed through high school with friends, both new and old, along with other peers from classes, clubs, teams, I was truly able to appreciate how blessed I was to be part of such a strong, tight-knit community. Football games, basketball games, baseball games, soccer, lacrosse, all things I urge those younger students out there in the crowd to please make a point to attend, because they truly made this experience that much better. And I'm sure all of you graduates sitting before me would agree. Staying involved is the best way to improve upon the community and those around you. I must also urge each of you sitting before me to go out there next year, wherever you may be, and engross yourself in the community to stay active and to continue to follow your passions. Regardless of what you faced and what you will undoubtedly face in the future, never let your passions shrivel within you. Make a promise not to me, but to yourself, to never let that light dim within you. To my closest friends, Poverty, I love you guys, who I cannot name individually because that would take far too long. I want you all to know how much each and every one of you means to me. You all know who you are and how many memories we've collected together, whether we've been friends for our entire lives or just the last 4 years. I'm incredibly grateful for all you've done, and please understand that you've made my life that much better. It is my experiences with each of you, individually and together, that I will carry on with me for the rest of my days. And although we all might be thousands of miles apart now, the bond that we hold shared together is far stronger than the price of any plane ticket. Spending weekends together, going on trips together, pouring our guts out to each other with the utmost faith and confidence. Even poking fun at each other, having fun all the time, always laughing. It is all of you that I can say have made my high school experience incredible. And I hope that each of you can look up at me here today and feel the exact same way. And I hope that those of you sitting before me can look over at your friends that you've held dear to you these last 4 years, these last 18 years. And I hope you feel the exact same way that I feel about my friends. And I hope you appreciate that relationship you have. And truly, truly take that with you in all your future endeavors. To my parents, I'm extremely grateful for all that you've done for me day in and day out throughout my life. And I'll never be able to repay you or thank you enough for the impact you've had on me. My mom has stood beside me through hell or high water, and I can confidently say that she's crafted me into the young man standing before you today. My father is my hero, and I aspire to be a fraction of the man that he is one day. And to my sister McKenna, don't miss me too much next year, and please do not take any of my things while I'm away. I'm sure you'll be visiting San Diego State plenty over the next few years before it's your time for college. Promise you'll keep the Farrell name paramount here at Hills while I'm gone. And thank you to the rest of my family, especially my grandmother, for the constant love and support. As you listen to my voice, before I count down and tell you to flip over those tassels, try to see this not only as your graduation from high school, but your graduation and final exit from your childhood. That may sound absolutely terrifying. Trust me, I know. But believe me when I say that the lessons we've learned and the challenges that we face, both alone and together, have built us to handle anything thrown our way. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and meet new people. Don't be scared to accept adulthood, because that child that you once were remains within you forever. We each only get one chance at life, and I sure as hell do not plan on wasting it, and neither should any of you, because God, you have worked far too hard to stop now. I leave you all with a message to look forward to tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that, and look to become a better, more improved version of yourself each and every day. Always work to be the best version of yourself in any facet, as the only person you should ever compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Promise that you'll make each version of yourself proud, as all we can ever hope for is to become the best version of ourselves and accept who we are as people. I would like to quickly read off a poem by a long-deceased English poet that has inspired me to look at life and our human spirit through a new lens, and I hope that it may do the same for some of you. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horrors of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, how charged the punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Promise to love yourself infinitely. Develop an insatiable hunger for opportunity and new, fresh experiences. Never let that light die within you. Treat each day as if it's your last, because it may very well be. I hope that what I've said can resonate within each of you and motivate you to go out and accomplish great things that I know you are capable of accomplishing. Thank you all for the best 4 years of my life, and I wish you all nothing but the very best in all of your future endeavors. Congratulations to the class of 2023. That's not the end of me, because I would like to welcome two of my very good friends here at Pascack Hills to bid one final farewell, as we were the final class here at Pascack Hills to go under the logo of the cowboy. And I would like for Christian Funk and Rafi Rashtuni to lead us in one final chant for the Cowboys.
C-O-W-B-O-Y-S. Cowboys! Cowboys! Cowboys!
Thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you graduates, to the class of 2023 here at Pascack Hills. I'm incredibly grateful for this opportunity that you've given me and blessed me with. And I'm glad that I could be your final goodbye to school and high school. And leaving your life here in the past. So without further ado, please move your tassels from right to the left and throw those caps up in the air. Congratulations to the Hills class of 2020.